What's holding you back from achieving your goals in your online business? Today, I'm going to be talking about mindset shift that you need to make to be successful and achieve the results that you want. I have three main reasons why you're not being successful or you're having problems with your online business. And then I have little notes for each of the three main topics. So let's get right into it. Number one is your mindset. And the first thing I want to mention is imposter syndrome. So basically, you're already showing up to a space like you don't belong there. And what is imposter syndrome anyways? For me, imposter syndrome is a myth, and I say that because I believe it's just another way for us to talk ourselves out of doing the things we know how to do and can do, and we're already doing. So for example, I'm going to give you a quick example of imposter syndrome in a very, very basic way. And I really hope that you get and understand this analogy. So let's say you have two children and they're both learning how to tie their shoes. One child learns how to do the bunny ear method, and another child learns how to do the loop-de-loop, like the twist method, right? Now, both of them learn how to tie their shoe. Their shoes are tied, right? So that's one layer of imposter syndrome. You may do something differently than someone else, but you still ultimately have the same result at the end. So both ways work because it's not one way necessarily to get to that final destination. In this case, in this example, it's the shoelaces being tied. You wouldn't tell one child, no, your shoes aren't tied when they're obviously tied versus the other one. They've just used different methods to achieve the same result. So that's one layer of imposter syndrome. Another layer of imposter syndrome is you're in the beginning stages of your journey and you don't have a lot of maybe evidence or clients or sales or things like that. So you feel like because you don't have those things attached that you're an imposter when you're not. You just may still be a beginner. But guess what? Each day that passes and each day that you become better and learn more, then you are elevating in your journey, right? So then you might go from beginner to intermediate and then to advanced, okay? So just all a part of the process. But of course, you're going to have more knowledge of that subject if maybe you've been doing it for 6 months or you've been doing it for a year or maybe even longer compared to the person that just started maybe yesterday or last week. So you just have to identify okay, are you a beginner? Are you intermediate? And just understand that the way you can make sales and help people is just helping those people that are a few steps behind you. You don't have to tell people how to get to this end finishing extravagant goal. You just need to find a place in their journey that you can help them and deliver on that particular thing. And that's how you'll find success. The next thing under mindset would be your lack of knowledge. And that's just you lacking the knowledge of marketing and sales itself. Marketing is not a good morning post to your friends and family on your social media. That is not marketing, and that is definitely not sales. Marketing is targeting and pulling in an audience that is interested in what you got going on, what you're offering. That is what marketing is. Now, sales, on the other hand, is having a solution to someone's problem and they're willing to exchange their money to have that solution because it'll probably save them time and probably save them a lot of headache, and it's worth it to just go ahead and purchase the solution than trying to maybe figure it out on their own. Now, this is my last reason under my mindset list why you are having problems achieving your goals within your business. And this is for the person who is employed by someone else. Maybe they just still work their 9-to-5 job. And what you have to understand is when you're running your business, that's exactly what it is. You are responsible for all the things. So if you don't make your posts, if you're not creating your content, if you're not getting people onto your email list and always constantly generating leads, it won't happen. And that's just the reality of it. So you can do both, and there's nothing wrong with working for someone, but those tasks are already delegated to you, so you go in there with a plan. And when you make that shift to running your own business, you have to do all of those things. You have to have a strategy. Then on top of that, you have to have the discipline to execute that strategy and show up. Like, Ulta opens their doors every day expecting to make sales. So if you think about a store like Ulta, they open their doors every day because they expect to sell makeup. But they have to be available for people to actually buy the makeup. And what if every time you pulled up to Ulta, they were just closed? It was just random. They didn't have a schedule. It was just like, now with this example, it's more concrete because that's like a brick and mortar place, and online is, slightly different because our content is available 24/7 and constantly being suggested to people. So that is a perk. However, that doesn't mean that you can just fall off the wagon, especially in the beginning. You need to lock in on a strategy and be disciplined, create your content, build up your library of content, which is going to help you build that know, like, and trust with your community. Now let's move into the number 2 category, why you are having problems achieving your goals. You're not focused. I don't know how to say it in any other way. You're not focused. It's like you got shiny object syndrome. You want to do this business, this, that. And honestly, all of your efforts are so divided that you can't put enough energy into one thing for it to begin to manifest, right? And all the things that you have been manifesting are the lack of effort because you've been spreading yourself thin across everything versus really locking into one thing and watching that bloom. Number 3, you're not positioned properly in your business. And by that, I mean, maybe the financial outcome that you want or the goal that you want is X amount of dollars. But you may be selling a product that doesn't really have a high demand, and maybe it's a low price as well. So now you're like climbing. It's like an uphill battle trying to make sales, because when you do make the sale, you're not going to make a lot, and it's hard to come by the sale because it's not in high demand. So that's one thing, market research, finding out what your audience needs, how it can help them, how it can serve them, and whatever that might be. For me, I help women who want to start an online business. I help them get set up correctly because I build my website on an all-in-one platform that will have them positioned to be able to expand their business as they grow. So they'll be able to begin collecting leads, which getting people's contact information, their name and their email. I'll be able to help my ladies do that, in addition to obviously the Done For You website and the blueprint that I would recommend that you read and then implement, especially if you're brand new and you're just getting started. That's the point of the system. It's a earn and learn. So you can go through these steps yourself, get this information, and then you'll be able to help other women as well do the same thing. Because thanks to these like shareable links and funnels and digital files, the way it's packaged is so someone can just go ahead and get going. They really don't need your help because everything is included. But it's just really awesome that, okay, if this person does have any questions, or you're sending them emails out with whatever you're talking about in your emails, and they want to reach out to you, and that's how you want to build your community. Another one could be that you're just targeting the wrong audience, and you could be targeting the wrong audience by the words that you're using, the calls to actions, all of those things, or just simply aren't communicating your message clearly enough for people to understand what you have and how you're going to help them. So for me, anyone who wants to begin building an online presence, they want to create an income stream for themselves, start an online business with a digital product where they can have things set up on automation, have it in a system where it will allow them to hold their contacts, so then they can be in communication with their community, with their email list. If you don't have those things in place and you're expecting to have a successful online business in 2024, like, those are just the basic setup. And of course, all these things you can do by yourself, but why would you do things by yourself when you can invest and get a head start? That's like, we go get our hair done because that's what we want to do. We want to get our hair done. Not that we can't do it, or we couldn't learn how to do it, or it might just take us all day to do it. But to say we can't do something, no, we can do whatever we say we're going to do, whatever we put our mind to. But that doesn't mean that we have to do that, right? And sometimes it's better for us to save our time, get the proper information, get set up correctly, so then we can fast track and be ahead of the game. So if you're interested in getting your system set up like mine, and you want to learn more about me and my business and all of that good stuff, then please click the link down in the description box. Get on this email list, because the email list is like the phone book, okay? That's the direct communication. YouTube, I don't own YouTube, okay? I don't own Facebook. We don't own none of these social platforms, right? But with the email list, that's something you own. So I definitely teach the importance of building that email list, because those become the people that are truly a part of your community. And you know that you'll have them, you'll have their contact information safely, and you'll be able to reach back out to them no matter what. In case anything happens with one of your socials, you don't want to just be left high and dry because you weren't converting any of your audience to your actual email list. So can't wait to hear from you. And as always, just hit reply on any of the emails that I send you if you have any questions. And I will see you in the next one real soon. Be blessed, guys, and I wish you all the luck.